welcome to this week's show of Libby's Library. This week we will be doing a book review on Powerless. This week's episode will include a summary, character analysis, favorite quotes, and more. This week we will also have a guest star to talk about the book. Let's go over a summary of the book first. In Powerless, we focus on the main character, Peyton, who shares the POV with the main love interest, Kai. Pei lives in the slum with her best friend, Anya, stealing to survive in the slums. The slums is where Pei robs Kai, then saves his life. Pei finds herself thrust into the purging trials, a deadly competition. Pei is an ordinary who has no special powers or abilities to stay alive. She must pose as a psychic. Now let's go over my favorite characters. Let's start with Peyton Gray. Peyton Gray is described as very beautiful with silver waves of hair and a subtle shade of forget-me-not eyes. She is clever and strong and confident, and she will not hesitate to stand up for herself and the people she cares about. She is powerless, living in a world where without power, you are killed. She uses her wit to pose as a psychic. Pei's perspective was my favorite. I love how smart and strong she is, and I find myself rooting for her during the whole book. Now moving on to Kai. When we first met Kai, he was described as arrogant and brash, with black hair that falls in messy waves across his forehead and stormy gray eyes. He is the second son of the king of Alia, future enforcer. His father tries to make him ruthless and merciless. His job is to find every ordinary who hides in the kingdom, making him very dangerous to Peyton at first. I didn't like Kai, but then we saw the other side he had with Pei, and I quite literally fell in love with him. Let's talk about the older brother, Kit. The first son of the king looks very similar to the king, with bleached blonde hair and green eyes. He's described as passionate and empathetic, kind and concerned about his people, unlike his father. I was suspicious of Kit, but then I started to like him, not more than Kai though. At the end, you could tell he would change, and I instantly disliked him. Now let's talk about Anya. Anya is Peyton's best friend, and the only one who knows she's powerless. She is loyal and kind from what we see of her, but she is killed by Blair because of the king. The only thing I have to say is I wish we knew more about her and we didn't have to read Powerful to be able to know more. Now let's talk about my favorite quotes. My favorite quote is said about Kai. It reads, "I never thought about my favorite color before because I hadn't seen a color worthy." Then he says blue because Peyton's eyes are a shade of blue. It was swoon-worthy. Now time for my final review. The plot moved at a decent pace, and I liked that. I wish the author explained the world they were living in better. The book was full of lots of romantic tropes like he falls first, knives to throats, enemies to lovers, love triangle, coming from two different worlds, and it had a lot of banter. I did enjoy the love triangle and banter. Though Kai will not be dethroning Xaden from Fourth Wing anytime soon, he is up there. I love the book, though I do feel it is similar to others like it. I give Powerless a 4 out of 5 stars. Now let's hear from our guest star, Delaney Bessner. Hello, and let's welcome Delaney Bessner to our show to talk about Powerless. So Delaney, what did you think about the book?
I really enjoyed it. I think it's become one of my favorite series that I've read. I just really enjoyed the whole book.
What did you enjoy most?
Probably the plot. I really liked the plot and how she made the characters mature throughout the book. I really liked that.
Who was your favorite character?
Probably the main character, Peyton, because she symbolizes like a strong person. Like she could go through anything. So like I just kind of like that in the book.
What team are you on, Kit or Kai?
I'm definitely Team Kai. I love him so much. I love him so much better than Kit. You're not like Kit at
Don't
all.
like it?
No.
How did you feel about the resistance?
I feel like the resistance was manipulating Peyton the whole time because they told her they weren't gonna hurt anyone, and then when they like attacked, they started killing people, and I just feel like they weren't good people either.
I don't feel like they were good for her either.
No.
Okay, well, thank you for being on our show.